Yeah, off of that, let's talk about Michael Eric Dyson, because he is the current trending topic that's going on social media. So he has been, I guess, going on he had an interview with somebody recently where he said that Kendrick tried to de-black Drake. So let me see if I could actually find the video of what Michael actually said. Hold on, let me sure if I can find it, because I like to be accurate with what I hear. I remember I worked at Fox Sports and there was a big argument between DeMarco Farr. You remember Brian Cox? Yeah, as DeMarco Farr walked away, we're like, "Are you cool?" And he said to us, "Man, fuck him, he's half." And I was like, "That exists?" Like there was a whole, oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Most people would acknowledge Kendrick as genius, but not Drake, right? Drake is commercially viable. He's a monster. He sells records. But is he as deep? He's a genius to that. Oh, come on, bro. You understand that Drake is being indicted. Mind you, he's talking about this. He's talking about this to a white man. Keep in mind. By Kendrick Lamar, implicitly and explicitly, not like us. The song is the song, whatever you think about it. But the notion itself, big distinction, us versus them. And they're trying to de-black Drake. Right? Oh, he's not really black because he grew up in Canada. I grew up in Compton. Bro, you're reducing blackness to Compton? Did you not know that black people fled America going to Canada to escape the iron tyranny of enslavement? And well, he ain't black. His daddy is black. He went to Memphis every summer. The Memphis Horns fill his music. First of all, that's a fucking lie. He did not go to Memphis every summer. Drake has been onto the internet arguing with his father about his lack of parenting of Drake. So you're wrong, Michael. Whatever your fucking name is, you're wrong. But let's continue. The first album Drake made, his grandmama babysat Aretha Franklin, and his uncle is Larry Graham from Sly and the Family Stone. How much? What black card he got to show? And on his album, Damn, the Wonderful Surprise, I'd like to remind the acolytes of Mr. Lamar that he says, "I ain't black, don't call me black no more," because he was in the Black Hebrew stuff. And Drake said, "Light skin, but still a dark N-word." So I'm saying, that's your God? So to me, yeah, that still exists. You're not as black as me. You're not as... Did you just hear what he said? Is that your God to Kendrick Lamar? Did that? I didn't even know he said that. Hold on. And Drake said, "Light skin, but still a dark N-word." So I'm saying, that's your God? So to me, yeah, that still exists. You're not as black as me. You're not as righteous as me. What did he say? You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer. What other figure in black music has ever been called a colonizer? Because he experiments widely with music. Kendrick, who put you on tour first? Oh, it was a guy named Drake. So this inability to not only have gratitude for where you came from, but to understand blackness is far deeper and more exhaustive than any one nationality or race or people can make. I remember I worked at Fox Sports. Okay, so that's the clip. Looking at the video, his posture, the way he's bouncing up and down, the way he's moving his feet, his hands, the venom he's speaking with, you can tell that Michael feels personally attacked. Almost, it feels like the song was about him. Like, why is this song bothering you this much, Michael? Because this isn't the first time Michael has talked about this. So he mentions Drake's father and said Drake went to Memphis every summer. Again, that is a complete lie. That is fabricated. That is made up, because Drake has personally said that his father was absent. His father wasn't there. His father was in jail, or he just was not there. He's went to Memphis a few times, of course. There's video proof of him in Memphis. But what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? If Drake himself has said his father was absent, his father didn't do enough for him, what does that mean? Then you're mentioning, oh, his grandma used to babysit Aretha Franklin. Like, don't tell me that this nigga went to Memphis to spend time with his dad, because that's not true. Don't tell me about Aretha Franklin or his grandma babysitting Aretha Franklin. You could tell me about his grandma babysitting him. You can't, because it probably never fucking happened. And two, Kendrick Lamar said he didn't say he was a Hebrew Israelite. He was talking from the perspective of his cousin. But you're so fucking smart, you don't comprehend any fucking thing. That's not what he said. And second of all, Kendrick Lamar never said Drake was not a black man. He never said that. It was never about race. The fact that you, as a scholar, as a professor, cannot comprehend that says a lot about you, Michael Eric Dyson. It says a lot about you. Because that's not what the fuck he said. It's about culture. That's what it's about. They never listen, but they always want to pull from something. They never fucking listen. Using examples that can be easily debunked. This is crazy. This shit is about culture and not about race. He never said Drake wasn't black. In fact, he called the man's fucking son black. Mind you, Adonis is only 1/4 black. Because his daddy is half, his mama is a whole. And he looks white, and Kendrick still called him a black man. So why would he call his child a black man if he doesn't think Drake is black? What Kendrick Lamar did was play to Drake's insecurity about never feeling accepted. That's what Kendrick Lamar did. Drake himself has told us that he didn't feel accepted. He didn't know what to identify as. Why is Kendrick Lamar the bad person for pointing that out? Why is Kendrick Lamar a bad person for pointing out that the braids got this nigga feeling like he's Tupac? What are you talking about? He called that man a colonizer because that's what the fuck he is. He has that ancestry in his blood because that's what the fuck they do. They colonize, they infiltrate, they overuse, and then they fucking leave when they don't need the help anymore. And that's exactly what he does with newer up and coming artists. He latches on to them and the little bit of hype that they have. He gives them a little boost. So now that makes him look like he done discovered somebody new when they already had a wave. And I can say this personally because I watched it with my own eyes. My cousin, Fetty Wap, Patterson, New Jersey. Hottest trap queen, hottest thing in the world. Hottest fucking song in the world. I seen the song grow from minuscule to the biggest thing in the fucking world. And who came around and wanted to jump on it because it was hot? Drake. And you know what? My cousin said, appreciate you wanting to join the party of what it is that we got going on here. But if I can't have Monty on this song, I don't need you on this song, Drake, because Drake wanted to take Monty off the song. And Fetty said, absolutely not. That's what he does. He latches on to whatever's popular for some type of credit, some type of relevancy, some type of street cred, and y'all give him props like he done discovered a new sound and he's innovative. That's why Kendrick called him a fucking colonizer. What the hell are you talking about, Michael? But since you done dissected, not like us, so much, did you dissect Family Matters in the same way that you've dissected Not Like Us, quote unquote? Did you dissect Family Matters when he asked a black man, why are you rapping like you trying to get the slaves free? You thought that was cool, Michael Eric Dyson? You thought that was a reasonable thing for a black and Jewish man to say to a black man? You thought that was cool? That's not racist? You thought it was cool for this man to have white supremacists in his music video? Mind you, the Toronto Police Department called him out for his involvement with the Hells Angels, a quote unquote white supremacist group. You think that's cool for this man to be hanging around with white supremacists, having them in his music video, him wearing the Hells Angels clothing? You want to talk about racism, Michael Eric Dyson? Is that cool? Do you want to also talk about how he used a woman, disrespected a woman in a music video and claimed that she was a victim of domestic violence but still degraded her sexually? Do we want to talk about that? Or no, you don't give a fuck about that because nobody cares about that song. So you don't care about that song. How fucking dare you fucking compare Kendrick Lamar to Donald Trump? Are you fucking insane? Are you insane? You listen to the damn album. So if you listen to the damn album, you would know Kendrick Lamar's stance on Donald Trump if you actually listen to the damn album. But you didn't. You cherry picked what you thought could validate your bullshit point, Michael Eric Dyson. That's what you did. That's exactly what you did. I am so tired of these motherfuckers and all of this crying, all of this complaining because they felt hit. Every time a person feels some type of way about Not Like Us or Kendrick Lamar, it's always some secret animosity. It's always because they have some type of connection to the things that he's pointing out. Because apparently I had no idea. I had no idea. But apparently Michael Eric Dyson's also a freaky frog. That's what I found out. I had no idea Mr. Michael Eric Dyson had all of these sexual related claims against him. That's so crazy. Apparently Michael Eric Dyson was sexually harassing his students. The call be coming from inside the house. That's why they be so triggered. Them predators move in flocks. They heard Kendrick say that on that song, and they all started to feel some type of way. Mind you, you're questioning Kendrick when you are on record calling a woman, a Republican, a white supremacist. You call this woman a white supremacist, but then behind the scenes, you're sending her text messages and telling her how good y'all look together. You fucking coon. That's what you are. You're a fucking coon, because how in public you're calling a woman a racist, calling her a white supremacist, calling her a white devil, but then behind the scenes you're sending her text messages about how good she looked and how y'all could look good together. You're willing to sit down and lay down with a white supremacist, you fucking coon. But you wanna fucking talk about Kendrick Lamar? You must have bumped your fucking head. And you're supposed to be a professor. You're supposed to be teaching people. You're supposed to be leading people to the future, to be leaders of the world. You're a fucking coon. On TV, bullshit and pump faking, calling this woman a white supremacist, but behind the scenes, you're talking about we look good together. That's why you feel hit about Not Like Us. That's why you feel so passionate about Not Like Us, and you're questioning if people look at Kendrick as a god. Nobody looks at Kendrick as a god. We know he's not fucking God. You fucking weirdo. You look at Kendrick like a god. So that's why you're putting it on us. When you hear Not Like Us, you shiver. You have nightmares because you're a predator who moves in flocks. With the flock, that's why you feel some type of way. It's just disgusting. So disgusting. I said that shit and I said, ain't no way. Mind you, the lady exposed him. Let me see if I can find the video, because I didn't think it was true, but I had to go find the video of this lady blasting him and exposing him. And my jaw hit the floor. Because this shit is crazy. Ain't no way I'm in public calling a person a racist, and then behind the scenes I'm trying to get with her. What is the cool name in the Django?
And if we're going to have this, I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji. The guy says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other.
You got a white supremacist that you called her. You called her a white supremacist. You called her a racist. But behind the scenes, you asking her for pictures. Somebody said he was asking her for feet pictures. You are dirty. You are dirty. If you're asking this woman for feet pictures, what kind of freaky shit are you into, bro? You are so freaked out. You want pictures of a white supremacist feet so you could probably beat off too. You fucking dirty dog. You dirty dog. You are so gross. Ain't yours now. Keep the students away. Please protect the students. Please, by any means necessary. Protect the students from this fucking degenerate. He must be stopped. For him to be so passionate about Not Like Us It makes sense in all the sense in the world. Talking about he put him on his first tour. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck he put him on a tour? Don't nobody give a fuck about that tour? Oh, because he put him on a tour, he's forever indebted to him? Fuck you, Michael. Fuck you. Fuck that tour. Fuck Drake. And fuck anybody who love him. Don't nobody give a fuck about that tour. He went on that tour and did a job. And that's it. As long as he held up his end of the bargain by going to that tour, performing his songs, bringing whoever he could get to come out, as long as he did that, nobody gives a fuck. Drake benefited from Kendrick Lamar being on that tour just as much as Kendrick Lamar benefited from being on that tour with Drake. They told Drake, we want you to go and do an R&B tour. And Drake said, no, I'm tired of being clowned. I'm tired of being soft. I'm tired of people thinking I'm a pushover. So no, I don't want to have an R&B tour. I want to beef up my image. And what did he do? He went and found two niggas, one from Compton and one from Harlem, and he put them both on the tour to beef up his image. Am I the only one noticing it? There was a benefit from them being on that tour just as much as they benefited on being on that tour. What are we talking about? Drake got something out of it and they got something out of it. Like, stop it, bro. That tour was 15 years ago. You put Kendrick Lamar on a tour, right? But why is it that Kendrick Lamar is the first one to do stadiums? Oh my God. Somebody make it make sense. You put the little nigga from Compton on tour and he beat you to stadiums. And you want to talk to me about a fucking tour? Don't nobody care, bro. We don't care. We don't care. Shit, let me go get a petty and get these fools cash. Y'all remember the Drake is the kind of guy memes? Absolutely. Cooking him. Blame Rock Nation. Yes, I'm blaming Rock Nation and Jay-Z because you are the reason why this motherfucker is relevant. You are the reason why. Oh, another thing. That reminds me. You're upset about Kendrick Lamar, quote unquote, de-blacking Drake, which he never did. He never tried to de-black Drake. He played on his insecurities about Drake not understanding his identity because reminder, Drake is on record saying that he associates as black. Never in my life of living have I ever said as a black woman, I associate as being black. It's either I'm black or I'm not black. Never in my life when I'm referring to my friends, do I say my blackest friends. I never say that. My friend is either black or my friend is either not black. But Drake is on record saying, I associate as a black man. Drake is also on record saying that he feels insecure because when he gets awards, no one says Drake is the first black person to do this. Drake is the first black person to do that. Drake has admitted these things. Drake has also told us that he felt insecure when he goes to school because he felt like he doesn't fit in. He has told us that. Why is it wrong for Kendrick Lamar pointing out that he's insecure? Again, Kendrick never said he wasn't a black man. But you know who is on record questioning someone's blackness, Michael? You are. You are on record questioning someone's blackness. Remember, you were questioning Barack Obama's blackness, Michael? You wrote a whole book on it. You wrote a whole book on questioning Barack Obama's blackness as a president. So the audacity for you to try to come at Kendrick and claim that Kendrick tried to de-black Drake when you, in fact, are the one who wrote a book about de-blacking Barack Obama. You're a fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. You have gone on record and saying that as a president of the United States, you believe Obama tucked his blackness in. Essentially, that's what you said. That Barack Obama tucked his blackness in during his first term. And it wasn't until his second term, when Trayvon Martin and all of the uprising happened, that you felt that Barack Obama leaned into his blackness. You wrote a book on it. The audacity, the call be coming from inside the house with these insecure motherfuckers. They are so insecure. So insecure. They always putting their insecurities onto other people. Drake did it to Kendrick. Drake said, oh, you don't know if your son's your son. You don't know if you're his father. No, Drake, that was you. You didn't know if Adonis was yours because you and ASAP Rocky, quote unquote, was fucking her at the same time and she got pregnant. According to Joe Budden. Oh, your best friend be fucking your woman. No, Drake, that's you. You and Chubbs be sharing women. That's your life. Oh, Kendrick is insecure about his blackness. No, Drake, that's you. You're insecure about your blackness. Kendrick Lamar knows he's a black man. So let's stop that there. Oh, you got contract issues. No, Drake, it's you who have contract issues. UMG has you in a slave contract. You sold your fucking soul to UMG and you can't get out of it. Everything you tried to say about Kendrick Lamar was your own mirror. And now here we have Michael Eric Dyson, freaky frog of the century, questioning why Kendrick Lamar tried to de-black Drake. Meanwhile, you're calling a woman a white supremacist on CNN, one of the biggest news platforms out of the fucking world. You're calling her a racist, a white supremacist, but behind closed doors, you're telling her y'all look good together. You're asking her for feet pictures, allegedly. You nasty bitch. And then you have a whole book where you're questioning Barack Obama's blackness as a president. Ha! The call be coming from inside the house, and I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You have so much to say about Not Like Us. I need to know how you feel about Family Matters. I need to know how you feel about a black and Jewish man saying nigga 37 times to spite another black man. Never in my life have I heard of a black man using the N-word to spite another black man. Never in my life have I heard a black man get on a song and ask another black man, why you rapping like you trying to get the slaves free? Huh? What? I need to know your opinion on Family Matters, Michael. I need to know. I'm dying to know your opinion on Family Matters. I'm dying to know it. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like, we have to make sense of this. We really do. We have to get to the bottom of it. We have to get to the bottom of it. I need you to address the undertones that many have described as anti-blackness in Family Matters, and the way that alleged domestic violence was used as a punchline to degrade an innocent woman. Since you're so fucking concerned, I need you to put together a paper, Professor. Since you're so fucking smart, I want you to put together a paper and explain yourself in detail, MLA format. And it better not be double spaced. You got an issue with the colonizer line, but you don't got an issue with the freed slave line? That don't bother you? You ain't have an issue with him having a fucking white supremacist in the Family Matters video? But yes, let's pick on the black dude from Compton. Let's talk about how he's such a bully, how he's picking on the two biracials. Stop it. I'm so tired of all this colorism. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. Y'all have been calling Kendrick Lamar the bully for the last 15 years, when in reality, every single time he smiled, he responded, it was because he was responding to them picking on him. They were picking at him every single time. Control was a response to Jodeci Freestyle. First person shooter, we got like that. That was the response. Every single time he's responding. He's never starting. He's responding and he's finishing it. Them other two motherfuckers can't finish it, and y'all are mad about it. Y'all should have left that man alone. We told y'all. Y'all was doing countdowns. Oh, 7 days, so Kendrick Lamar hasn't responded. 10 days, still no response for Kendrick Lamar. 15 days, 17 days. Y'all was doing countdowns. Y'all was wondering where he was at. Soon as he pop up, now everybody's crying. Oh my God, he keeps winning too much. Oh my God, how much more is he gonna win? Y'all keep giving him awards. Oh, he doing the Super Bowl. Oh, he in the stadium. Shut up. Shut up. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired. Y'all asked for him to come outside, and he came outside, and we told y'all are gonna regret it. We told y'all are going to regret it, because it's gonna be belt to ass for the next how many years? We don't even know. Jesus Christ. Y'all should have left him alone. Y'all shouldn't have messed with his children. Y'all shouldn't have talked about his best friend. Y'all shouldn't have talked about his woman. The problem is, y'all want to police how he responds. Y'all want to control everything about Kendrick. Y'all want to demand him to do interviews. Y'all want to demand him to not be able to respond to being slapped. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It just does not work like that. And y'all are all learning a valuable lesson. Don't poke a sleeping giant. Even if he only 5'5", he's still a giant at the end of the day. And y'all are learning a valuable lesson. Sleeping giants can also be 5'5". Leave people alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone, or you'll be crying, and you'll be getting exposed for being a freaky frog, like Michael Eric Dyson, asking for feet pics of white supremacists, allegedly. This shit is crazy. Young Thug wants him to post IG pics. Like, they are all so concerned with Kendrick Lamar. I've never seen somebody outside of Beyonce. I've never seen someone control a culture the way that Kendrick Lamar can control a culture. And mind you, y'all, we have only heard from him one time in 2 years. And the one time we did hear from him, it was only because it was a requirement of the Super Bowl. This man has not talked to us. This man has not said anything to us outside of the Harper's Bazaar interview and outside of the Super Bowl interview. No way he should still have the control of y'all emotions in this way, and he never says anything. Like, that is sick. That is so sick. Headshot for the year turned into a 2+ year downward spiral for both Aubrey and J. Dot. Listen.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with MONIE.